Welcome to an episode of Heritage Stacking. Today I'm here with my bullion dealer Saul. I'm making a pickup. Today I've purchased 36 ounces of generic silver and 90% American constitutional silver dimes. So $6 face value in this, and then 36 ounces of bullion silver, basically the Liberty rounds. So Saul's gone up to go and get some more rounds. He wasn't expecting me to come and pick up quite that many, so I figured I'd take a moment here and just talk about this for a second. So this is from Saul's personal stash. He decided he wanted to clear some up, so I decided to pick them up, and they're nice looking little dimes. It's nice to have them for the smaller amounts. Sorry about the camera and all that today. There's going to be my hand in front of it because I didn't bring my platform stand, but we'll do what we can with her. So here, maybe that'll work. There we go. So yeah, so I bought, like I said, $6 in face value American constitutional dimes, and 36 of these Walking Liberty generic rounds, and he's just upstairs grabbing some more. On the way in, we changed the idea of what we were going to get today. I've noticed that these dimes have been cleaned up a little bit. You can kind of tell by the shine on them. That's okay, like some people like to clean them. Me, I don't clean my constitutional at all, but it's got some wear on some of them. Like this one here is wore down a little tiny bit. No big deal, but for the most part, they're what you would expect for constitutional or junk silver. Not the greatest. I'll probably go through them and grade a few of the better looking ones, and maybe there'll be a keeper in this set of coins here somewhere. Who knows? It'd be nice to find something that you don't expect, but the dates on them, I think for the most part, are probably pretty close together. I can't rightly read them here. I need my my magnifying glass to read the dates on them. I got a 53, I think, in my hand there. But yeah, for the most part, I think these are all Roosevelt dimes. So yeah, but pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. I always like to get a little bit more of everything as I go. So yeah, world news today. Basically, I guess the U.S. Avoided the breach and managed to plug up all the holes and stop the government shutdown from happening, which. Well, let's be honest, I don't think anybody really expected it to last for too long. They can't really afford that large of a shutdown this time. The economy is way too shaky. I really don't think that the Democrats or the Republicans really had the stomach for a long, protracted, dragged-out fight. If they did that, you'd be just literally putting a nail into the Democrat coffin for a presidential re-election right there. It would have been really, really bad. So they saw the writing on the wall and decided it was in their best interest to, make a deal. I haven't really had time to look through and see what the deal is, but I'm assuming that for the most part, there'll be a little bit of give and take in that 45-day Parev bill. Not that I really see them getting to any sort of a deal. They need to keep this aggravated state of coming to the political negotiating table. This was the same tactic they used in previous times under Clinton and under Obama. I believe Obama was the longest shutdown, which was a total of, I think it was 42 days or something like that. If I've got it wrong, you guys could, I guess, let me know in the comments section there. But Saul still has, to my understanding, some of those British quarter-ounce gold sovereigns left for a pretty good deal. And This weekend, he's locked in a very favorable price. Remember, all my prices I'm quoting on the channel are in Canadian dollar terms, as I live in Canada. So when you hear me saying huge numbers, like I got a great deal at $33, that's 33 Canadian, which is like 24 or 25 bucks American or something like that. A little bit lower than that, I think. But anyways, yeah. So today I'm locking these babies in at 33.30 per ounce. A week and a half ago, these were almost $36 for these particular rounds. So I'm saving $2.50, $2.60 a round by driving here into Ottawa to come pick them up. If you guys are ever in Ottawa and you'd like to come pick up some bullion in person, you can go to Canadian Gold and Silver Seekers of Canada, look up Saul, and he'll be more than happy to make arrangements with you and do sales with you. He prefers larger orders, like over 500, but he'll do what's called a buy-in-box deal, where you buy, let's say, $100 1 week, and then 2 weeks later you buy another $120, and like a week later or a couple weeks later you buy another 100. When you get to $500, he'll box that up for you and send it to you, but you got to have your purchases done to 500 within, I think his limit's like 60 days or something like that, his box shipping deal, which I don't really know any bullion dealers really that offer a boxing deal in Canada. It's sort of like a Saul kind of thing, which is kind of cool. For any of you that have dealt with him, you all know that he's a pretty good guy. I'm hoping that he gets back. Oh, I think he might be here now. Yeah, so he's back. He's got my tubes there. Perfect. So like I said, 30 more ounces here. I know you want to get off to Timmy's there. You're in a pretty big hurry. But the one thing I wanted you to discuss on the channel before I took off was you talking. The government shutdown got avoided. I know you probably already know that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
So what do you see happening with silver over the next, let's say 30 to 60 days since it was avoided? Do you see it continuing to go down, or do you see this as a bottoming point and a bounce now? Or because you were talking earlier in the week that you thought maybe like if the shutdown happened, the price would go down further. Do you think we're going down more, or where do you think we're at?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. It usually goes in waves. If you look at last year, between mid-September to early October, it went down a lot and then started rising a little bit. So we might have a recovery point in October and November, but then it's going to usually drop again in December during the Christmas season.
Yeah, like it goes in cycles.
Yeah, it goes in cycles. So I feel like last year it was pretty similar as well. So I think it'll...
Well, I bought in at a low back when I first came to see you, and it's a low once again, oddly enough, and it's pretty close to where it was. But if you actually look, where silver actually stopped with the government shutdown is actually a higher low. I thought we were going to go lower than the last low, but it turns out that it's a higher low. And we keep seeing lower highs and higher lows. Like, does that look bullish to you for the long term?
I don't know too much about that. It might be just a consolidation point where you have lower highs and higher lows, meaning that it's trying to average out at a certain point before it either rises or drops. Usually silver, like over the past, say, 6 years when I started investing in it, it's just continually gone up every year.
Right.
So next year I'd expect it to keep rising above the December point of this year.
And do you remember what that was off by the time? No, I don't.
2016, when I started, I was buying silver maples at $24.
Mm-hmm.
That was including the premiums, so silver was probably around like say 22, 20.
Mm-hmm.
So since then, like I think it's a long-term investment, so it doesn't really matter what happens in the short term.
No, I agree.
But usually, like if you look at the NASDAQ chart, during the triple witching days, which happens once every 3 months, silver always drops, metals all drop, and the stock market drops. So both of them drop in tandem, and then as soon as it starts recovering a couple of weeks after the triple witching days, both the stock market and silver starts to spike. Now silver maintains its value generally a lot better than the stock market as the inflation data comes out.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say within the next 30 to 60 days because we're still in time of recovery.
Yeah.
But we'll see some more rises, and then we should see another small drop or a dip at the Christmas season. And then January, February, it usually starts to rise back up.
All right, and I noticed that you had this great deal on your Facebook page, which is Canadian Silver and Gold Seekers, right? Have I got that right? So this was like a weekend flash sale for you, correct?
Yeah, it was, we got really good deals from the mints, so we were able to offer cheaper pricing on some of our products.
Do you see a potential repeat of maybe another lock-in price over the weekend, next weekend, if I were to put this on the YouTube channel?
Every weekend, the silver market and gold market, they both freeze.
Yeah.
So metals are not traded in the COMEX. So that's probably the time where I try to sell the most.
Yeah.
It just helps people figure out what they want, look into different designs, also research metals and their investments. So every weekend from Friday at 6 p.m. to Sunday at 6 p.m., the markets are frozen, and I try to really help people obtain.
All right, so people should check out your page there on Friday and then
Yes.
Contact you because the prices are stable over the weekend.
Exactly.
And that gives you a chance to sort through all your messages too.
Exactly.
Because sometimes silver price goes, I found out it goes up $1 in 4 hours and I have to wait again. So
I know it's hard for us to hedge as well during the weekdays just because the prices are constantly moving. So it's harder to sell like smaller quantities, but on the weekend we can consolidate all the orders and really focus on providing the best value to people.
And you have a boxing plan for people too, right? They can order a certain amount and then after a certain period of time you'll ship.
Yeah, we ship at the end of every month for the boxes, so you can add whatever you want to your box, and at the end of the month, roughly the first week of the next month, we'd ship it out to you.
If one of your clients isn't ready in your month window, could they roll it over for the extra month?
We generally don't do that. We would suggest they open up another box. We only have so much storage space, and it just becomes a very logistical nightmare to keep rolling stuff over.
All right, completely understandable. So if you guys want to get like in on some good silver deals, the best time to do this is on weekends, on a dip weekend like this weekend. So I really thank you for your time. It's been great, and until the next dip, you have a good time, and you better jet out and go get that Tim Hortons coffee.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thank you so much. You have a wonderful day. Well, guys, that's it for today, and I'll make another video there probably in a couple of days, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, Heritage Stacker out.